It's Lily Amanda for Portrait Creatives. In this video, we are going to talk about how to remove hair on the face. This happens a lot if you are shooting outdoor or indoor. You have a fan on your model or your subject. And when the wind blows, the hair goes everywhere, right? It really depends on the effect you want. Sometimes the hair over the face, it has a certain dreamy type of look. Especially hair across the face, it represents wind, there's motion. So it really depends on the look you're after, and you decide you want to retouch those hair or not. So let me show you how to do it, and let's go into Photoshop. So I have this image over here. It's a gorgeous Claudia. She's from Italy. And let's zoom in to have a look. You can see there's some hair on her forehead and also on her cheek over here. And this is we are going to remove. And if you coming closer to see here, it can be very difficult to retouch these hair. But I'm going to show you how to tackle these hair, okay? First thing I would do is I would duplicate the background layer. I'm going to drag it to plus and then duplicate it. And then I am going to use patch tool. Okay, patch tool just to remove them. Patch tool is very good for removing hair, like a strand of hair, like that. So for this area, you can see it's pretty easy for me just to remove the hair. Right? Yes, because you will see if there's a distinct like area skin on top of the hair, it's very easy for patch tool to remove. But if it's something more complex, like there's shadows involved, it can be difficult for patch tool to recognize and to remove the hair. I'm going to show you in a minute, but these are easy ones. I'm going to remove with patch tool. And you notice that I use a small patch instead of a big area to remove, right? Because I just want Photoshop to remove these small area instead of everything. Okay, so I have majority of the texture intact, and then I have this. Okay, this is not very good remove because you can see there's a bleed. I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to select this area and just drag it up here, and that's just removed. Okay, I'm just going to drag it up. You can see if it's the edge, it's important you drag it to the area also has an edge. So it's easier for Photoshop to recognize it and just copy and paste that area. Okay, so here, I'm going to drag it on the side. See the edge? I'm just dragging to the side also has an edge. Okay, I think this is pretty good. I'm going to just do this here and that. So that's all gone. Right? That's just patch tool. Patch tool is very, very good at removing hair in front of the face. Okay, you can just do so. Let me just remove this and remove this. And here, this is all very easy to do. So you get the picture and idea how this can work, right? And I'm going to tackle on this side because it's more difficult, and you might find this problem, you will find it difficult and you want to give up, right? Give up the image. But don't worry, this you can just remove this very quickly. I'm going to just remove this, and then I can show you the difficult part and how I tackle them. It's all can be done, but it really takes time when you have like more complex problem like here. It takes time, but it can be done, okay? So I'm going to just use patch tool to break out the pattern, like it looks very similar pattern of the texture here, okay? So you get the picture like how patch tool can work on this problem really, really well. And I'm going to show you another way. It's quicker and easier. It's frequency separation. So I'm going to just flatten the layers. I hold on Command, Option, Shift, and F. That's flatten the image. That means it merge all the editing together to one layer, okay? And then I'm going to run my frequency separation action. There's a link in the description for you to download the frequency separation action. And then I'm just go ahead to play this action. And then it's important to see like where is like the texture all disappear. So this one I will about here. I think about here. Especially when you see the hair. I want it to be when the hair texture is all disappear. Okay, I think about here. Let's try 18, okay? And here, I'm going to use the texture layer and use clone stamp tool. And I'm going to choose sample current layer, okay? Opacity 100. I'm going to just clone this hair. I'm hold on the option key and just sample the area where is no hair. And then I'm just gonna remove. See how easy it is. Just clone the texture over because this hair is mainly texture. So you can remove them very quickly. This is the quicker way than patch tool. Because patch tool, you have to select the area and drag it to the proper area. And this one, it's much easier. You can select almost any area nearby. Nearby is better because the texture has more consistency. And then you clone just like that. Almost anywhere. You just sample it and clone it. It's much quicker, much faster. Okay, I'm just going to do it very quickly. You can go to speed ×2, whatever, go ahead, do it. And because I will explain something. If I encounter any problem, I would just mention it to you. So far has been okay, right? You see, all the texture just gone. Let's see. So I would recommend always go strand by strand because you get the best quality of texture, more consistent. If you use a big brush, you can do it as well, but you will see most of the texture move together with you. And that's why I would just clone one strand by strand. Okay. Always suggest to remove the hair when you shoot, so you don't have to do this. Imagine if you have like 30 photos to retouch and everyone is the same theme and have hair over. It's gonna take hours and hours of work, right? So these things I always say, when you shoot, take care of it so you don't have to do it. But if it's something like you already planned there's a fan and hair will go everywhere, and that's a different case. And when we were taking this shot, she was moving her hair a lot. She wanted to create the hair movement, so she's constantly adjusting her hair. That's why the hair went on her face. But it's okay. It's good. So I have a photo can demonstrate to you how you can remove them. Because sometimes it can be hard to find a demonstration photo to tackle certain problem. So you will see a clean area. So I'm really just going there to do that and clone this. It's not easy to talk and retouch at the same time. So bear with me sometimes if I make some mistake. Let's see. So this is just the texture remove. We haven't done yet, okay? It's not just we remove all this hair texture and then we're done. No, you have to see overall picture. Does that color and tone make sense? If not, you have to go in to tackle the color and tone. And if you want to learn more about frequency separation, I have created a course just for that. And we dive in to see all this possibility of using the tool and also the problems we can tackle by using frequency separation. So I would highly recommend you to go to portraitcreatives.com to sign up for the membership so you can learn more about frequency separation. It's an excellent tool for portrait retouching. And once you know how to use it, you will love it. You're going to use it every single day. Okay, so I think I probably done here. Let me just remove a little bit more. Okay, let me just do that so the texture looks more real. I'm just breaking the pattern of the hair so it doesn't look like this cut off. Okay, so that's the thing I'm trying to do. But it takes time and practice, all these things. So I'm going to zoom out. It's not perfect, but I'm going to zoom out to show you what's going on. So you see, this is before, this is after, okay? The color and tone remain, just the texture is removed and changed. But I do want to have a smoother transition of the color and tone because I still can see some shadow of the hair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new layer on top of color and tone, and I'm going to work on color and tone, okay? So I'm going to change a sample to current and below, and opacity changes to 20%. And then I'm going to use a bigger brush because I'm going to tackle more area. And I'm going to sample on the side here and then just brush it over. Okay, so you can see it's brighten up the shadow. Okay, and then I'm going down here because I see this is a bright patch. And then I'm just going over from this dark area and brush up. I sample here and brush up. So it will create a more of consistency. So you can see there is smooth skin all the way instead of you see there are patches here, here, here. So I'm just creating like a smooth transition all the way without the bumps. And then I can go in to do a bit more if I want. And always remember to zoom out, okay? Because zoom out, you see a better picture of how it looks like. If you think like, okay, I'm losing the shadow over here, right? And I would just use a layer mask. Add a layer mask and I change it to brush tool, B, and then opacity is 100 and use a black brush. And I just brush the detail back, just like that. Just so the shadow came back. Look at that. So that's before and after, right? And I can just brush here as well. Okay, so you can see the before and after, right? So that just here removed and detail retained. And yeah, that looks pretty good, right? And this image, Claudia didn't have any makeup and she looked absolutely stunning. If you want to see a full retouching of this image, go to portraitcreative.com and sign up for the membership. And you can watch all the tutorials and courses inside portraitcreatives.com. So this is just a tutorial for how to remove flyaway hair on a subject's face. If you have any questions, leave in the comment below. I will try my best to answer your question or even create a tutorial for you. If you find value out of this video, please give it a thumbs up. And we will be uploading more tutorials, so make sure you subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out any. And I'll see you in the next video.